Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another exciting session of Minds at Work. Today, عندنا أبو خليفة, أحلى bro,
هلا
CEO of Amwaj Beachfront. And his topic is very interesting because, 20 years ago, can I say 20 years ago? What, 30 years ago? I'm afraid, showing my age. I didn't know where I would be in 20 years. Actually, I didn't know where would have been 3 months after that. So today's topic is very interesting because, every single one of us goes through challenging time, resilience, and I don't want to ruin Ahmed's topic. He's looking at me. So please welcome Abu Khalifa to the stage.
Hi guys, good morning. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. It's a pleasure to speak and share my career, my thoughts, the stages of my career and what I've gone through. Of course, this is Minds at Work, and it's kind of falls under how our minds work when it comes to what we do, what we're about. Why are we here? So basically, it's a purpose topic. It's a topic about what is our purpose. I mean, besides the religious part and what our beliefs are, which is very important and very critical. But the way I see it is in this short quote, which basically defined so far what I've been going through, which is the greatest chapters of our lives are often written after the pages we never planned to turn. So the idea basically is I never expected to be where I am now. Just like what Yusuf said, never in a million years did he think that he would be in the place that he is right now. 20 years ago. So, shows you the age. so the fact is, it's basically about what our purpose is. What do we believe is our purpose? And it's very important that we ask this question. It's very important that in our work every day, like the morning routine, right? So everybody has a morning routine, what they do before they get about their day, what they want to do. So why are we here? So basically, this is beyond anybody's success. Usually success happens after what they plan to do, what they are actually believing in what they do. Beyond titles don't mean anything. Titles, I really don't even use my title. It's just used because, it's a responsibility and, it goes with the scope. Beyond money has always been a means to an end for me. It's never, we were just talking, I was talking to Yusuf about my wallet being empty. So it's basically credit. It's always, money is credit. It's like you use it. It's for a purpose, for food, for your requirements, and for travel and anything that you need. So it's not the purpose. So basically, looking at your journey has always been your purpose, maybe without you knowing. But it's always been you thinking, what do you really mean in life? So it gives you meaning in life. So there are certain points that we basically cover that give you that sort of like positioning in life and what it really means. The last one is the most important for me, but basically building and creating. Sometimes you have these careers that are technical. And why have the people who have these careers chosen these careers is because they like to build. They like to actually create. So like Leo, he likes to create a lot of content. Building and then providing and elevating. So this is a scope of being responsible, being the father, the mother, so being responsible. To prepare the next generation is the end result, is the why. So thinking about that gets you to understand really how people change, how people are actually going from a version of themselves to another version without them knowing. So I'm no way the version I was 20 years ago. Not even close. You wouldn't recognize me. I think all of us go through this in life. And that puts us in a position where it's not really a career per se. It's like a direction. It's like you basically are going in a winding, dark path that you don't even see what's ahead of you, but you're just going. You're moving from one role to another, but it's basically looked at as a career because that's how your CV looks like. So when you feel that you're in a position where you're about to like break, and you feel that you're getting to a stage where, okay, I can't really handle this, and this is so much responsibility, and it's too much, and I'm about to break. This is when you evolve. This is when you start realizing that you are either changing as a person and reinventing yourself, and this is where this whole topic comes into play. You're actually getting to a stage where you change as a person because you've taken so much. You sometimes would feel that you have broken, but the fact is, this is what makes you evolve and change as a person, and then you realize what you're about and who you've become. So I've always thought about this slide a lot. When version 1 fails, so like, for example, you've tried something and it didn't work. It happens to me all the time. You try for me, it's the sales part. So I lose a client. I change it up with another client for the same deal. And I try to make it a point that I'm going to finish it this week. And that kind of pressure puts you in a position where you look for a way to reinvent and try to figure out a way where this can actually work this time. It didn't work last time, it's going to work this time. Some of the projects that the team and we've worked on is around us. So this looked very different a few years ago. So we're very proud that, some of the projects we will always remember, and we will always think where we were when these projects were coming alive. So this is the part that I really am proud of, and I'm proud of the team that has worked on. And this has to do with the building part, and it has to do with how are we really making this for the next generation. By the time we finish what we wanted to finish, we would be gone. But it's the next generation that actually feels that, okay, or we feel that the next generation realizes that, okay, there was a lot of work done to get to this stage, to do what the team that was responsible, the previous generation, has done. And we feel the same about our ancestors, I would say. And how did they manage to do all of this at a time when it was probably very difficult? Technology was not to the level that it is today. And so it builds me. This development work and everything that we've been doing is actually something that I feel is changing me. It's making me who I am. So I've been in publishing. I've been in a lot of work related to print, and I felt at the time that I had no idea what digital world was. The whole social media platform, everything that was coming around. So focusing on my efforts to pivot from print to digital was a very, very challenging role. So this is one of the things that I felt was reinventing myself in a way where I thought that this is going to change how I do things. And it was very difficult, very challenging. It makes people really realize what their capabilities are, what they can do, how they can achieve what they want to achieve in a different way with technology. So that's where this slide comes in. It's like, it's a very important point here that kind of covers, it's not, I never called it midlife crisis, but after realizing what I went through, I felt that it's something that I grabbed onto, something that I felt I wanted to do, which is social media, which is go online and create content and keep pushing what I am doing to the next level. So videos, and it all had to do with what I do. So in the end, it's basically my career jumbled up with something interesting that I like to do. And this point is important, that thank God it costs less than a Ferrari. So it's one of the things that I felt was a positive point. Resilience, it's not falling down. Like I always thought about it, and will you become more powerful if you are a person that falls hard, like you really fail at something? It's not that. It's how many times you withstand it, how many times you can actually go through it and come up top. So that's an important point that people always need to think of. Okay, if this time I did something and it somehow is not working right now, that's a trip. Okay, so yeah, you get hurt when you fall, but that's only temporary. That's only a time when you feel it, and then you get up and then you move forward. That's resilience. That's what I was trying to point out in this discussion, that everybody here, and I know almost all of you, are good at that. You can actually manage your career in a way where if something didn't work, you move forward, and you move forward in a way that actually is better than the way it was before. Because you've learned, because you've figured it out. You've figured out how this trip you would be avoiding the next time. And it's a formula. So being curious, having the courage, and having the consistency to go through it. So it's that approach. If you're not curious, then something is missing. There's something that you are probably not aware of, that you would like to learn. It's a learning process. So being curious is wanting to learn, wanting to see what's around you, figure out the facts about life, whatever you're going through, whatever the world is going through. You know, all of us see the news. All of us know about, as much as possible, as much as we can, be curious about what's going on around us. So that's an important factor. Having the courage to do something is very important. Being able to get up in the morning and go about doing what you want to do. Do what you can do with your day. And the consistency. So I think I take this as the important factors, what we leave behind. What do we want to be remembered by? What do we believe we have done or are doing in our lives is very important, because in the end, it's really what matters, is the purpose. We go back again to the point that what we're doing today is not really, in the grand scheme of things, it's minute. It's just one day out of all the days that we've lived in our lives. But it goes towards a purpose. Maybe today is not going to make you feel that you've done something that deserves what your thoughts were about purpose in life, but it goes towards it. You're building something. You're doing something with your life that makes you feel that you're actually, you matter and you're doing something for the future. I always thought that my greatest investment was never real estate or stocks or money, or it's my children. It's basically the next generation. And it could be even my nieces and nephews. It could be, family, extended family, my wife, in-laws. So that's my investment. For me, that's what matters, because that's where everything resides for me. And it becomes something that it goes beyond, corporate structure, titles, positions, and how your business card looks like. That's how I see it. And basically, you look at it from, what will your legacy be? What would you be remembered by? Again, going back at what are you building? What have you done? What's the ultimate kind of role that you can define yourself as? And it's usually not the title. It's something else, something that's linked to what you do and what you're usually passionate about. That was fast. I felt like it was.
الله يعطيك العافية.
Thank you.
That was very inspiring.
Thank you so much.
Any questions for Ahmed?
Any points that
About investments?
I flew over?
Any questions? No? He's clear, straight through? Amazing. Thank you, Ahmed. Habibi.
Thank you so much.
Wishing you all the best.
Really
thank
appreciate
you all
it. Thank
for
you guys.
showing up at Minds at Work, and we'll see you next week, inshallah. Oh, actually, not next week. Next week, the week after.